So, when addressing a kindergarten class, you want to make sure to use simple language, simple concepts, and you want to make sure that you constantly keep them engaged because little kids are active and they tend to be rambunctious. So giving them information that they can respond to or be a part of makes a huge difference in keeping them engaged, and that's being, just aware of your audience. If I go to kids and say, well, why can't some people eat cheese? And they go, because it makes them sick. And you go, no, well, actually, it's the enzyme lactase and the lack of it in your system, and your body just doesn't produce it naturally. But, if you find lactose-free milk, they're going to be falling asleep. So, you show up to class and you say, hey, who's had cheese? Do you like cheese? And half the kids will raise their hand, some of the kids will be grossed out. You show them a picture of a cow. What's this? Someone will say a cow. Hopefully most of them will say a cow, right? You get them involved. It's call and response. If you don't do that with that audience, you're going to lose interest quickly. Unless you have a lot of really flashy pictures and other things. You have to keep it engaging. If you were going to be talking to a grocery store owner and trying to convince them to remove all milk products from their shelves for whatever your purpose is, say it's greenhouse gases and greenhouse emissions and you're an environmentalist, you could say that, yes, like industry causes a lot of problems and, after COVID hit, everything kind of shut down a little bit, but, we still produced that 30% of our greenhouse emissions in the US didn't deteriorate at all because it's coming from the methane from the cows and the fact that we're transporting meat back and forth to the slaughterhouse and then out to the, butchers and then out to the grocery stores, and then when that meat doesn't get eaten, it goes to waste, and that fills our landfills and, extra plastics, styrofoams, all those things. But you have to come forth with irrefutable evidence. It has to be factual, it has to be relevant, and it has to be like a legitimate reference. You have to be able to give sources to that owner, otherwise it's not going to make sense for them, right? Because they have a bottom line that they have to hit. For them, dairy products is a large portion, not a large portion, but at least a good chunk of that revenue stream. And so if you're going through the emotional standpoint of it's wrong to eat meat because it harms animals, then, that's going to be more of a pathos argument. You're going to have to show and describe the ways that slaughterhouses are inhumane, how they use knock boxes, and how those cows aren't dead until, after they've... I'll spare you the details, but it's not pretty. But that's going to be all factual. It has to be factual. You have to provide real sources and real evidence in order to make somebody whose livelihood is dependent upon it. And I guess we'll get into the pretend conversation with the family. Excuse the noise. Okay. Yeah, I remember the first time that you gave me string cheese. Yeah. No, I was like maybe 5. But yeah, no, you gave it to me and you said this is cheese, and I was used to the Baby Bell cheeses, so I took it and got the wrapper off, and then I just bit into it, and you looked at me. You looked at me like I was out of my mind. And I didn't know what was going on, so you just gave me no information, left me stranded out on String Cheese Island. I felt like an idiot. I don't like string cheese to this day just because you did that. All right, my name is Jacob Studebaker. Have a good day.